Hi, Eric DMAX store. Today we're going to rebuild a filter head. Not just any filter head, but a filter head specific to the 03 to 08 Kodiak. These are now discontinued. So if you want to keep your filter head in good health, or you're having problems with it, not priming, losing prime, leaking, we are going to show you how to replace all the seals to redo that filter head. You'll need a 12 millimeter socket, 12 millimeter wrench, a T20 Torx, and a small screwdriver and pick tool. Using the 20 Torx, remove the plunger retainer bolts and the plunger retainer. The plunger is spring loaded. You can see I need to get the fuel filter heater ground wire off as well. Make sure to clean debris and dirt from the filter head components. Note the orientation of the lip seals before you pull them off. One on the top has to be open to the top, and the one on the bottom has to be open to the bottom in order for your primer pump to work correctly. You remove the bleeder screw and its O-ring, which is a different color in the kit. Next, remove the fuel filter if you haven't already. We're going to rotate this to the other side. There'll be some fuel on the top. Nothing else is going to fall out. We're going to rotate it over to access the fuel filter heater and check ball assembly. We're going to remove that to access the seals underneath. These are also T20 Torx. This also has a spring underneath the check ball, which pops up. This is the fuel filter heater pass-through O-ring that was removed. Once again, make sure that there's no debris on any of these components that can get into your fuel system. Here is the old seals and the new seals, as well as the filter head components laid out. We're going to start reassembling this in the opposite order that it was taken apart. I use Transgel to lubricate the seals and O-rings. Anything that's similar to that is acceptable. You can even use some diesel fuel. These T20 bolts are low torque bolts. I recommend no more than 5 inch-pounds of torque. Rotate it back over, and we're going to put the seals and O-rings in on the plunger side. We will be loosening the bleeder screw once it's on there to get the air out, but I like to torque everything ahead of time. I can always re-torque it later. Remember the orientation of these lip seals, checking to make sure they're not rolled. The upper one should have the lip seal facing up, and the lower one should be open facing down. Double check all those lip seals. Now when putting on the plunger top, give it a little rotation, it'll pop right on. Make sure you don't fold over any of the lip seals. You're going to want to hold the plunger and spring assembly down while installing the screws. Make sure you hook up the power and the ground eyelet. Ground eyelet goes to the bolt near the power inlet for your fuel heater. Once again, these bolts are low torque. And connect the power to your fuel heater. Check the plunger to make sure it returns. It's nice and smooth, and you'll be able to tell if the seals are folded over. So if you're doing this job for the first time, this filter head, you're only able to get to this bolt right here, the forward one. The rear one is actually covered. I cut this out years ago when I had to change the filter head because you have to take off this bracket that holds the engine connectors, the harness connectors, the upper hot side boost tube, all that to get this giant bracket off so that you can get to this bolt that holds it on this side. And I usually just drill out all four corners and then use like a hacksaw blade or something and cut it all out, smooth it out, put it all back on. So next time you have to service your filter head or replace it or anything like that, do any kind of work where you don't want that filter head there, you can get to this bolt without taking the whole stinking bracket off. Another thing is you might want to plug in your heater before you put your filter on. You're going to be really hard pressed to get to your filter or your heater connector with your filter on. There's not a whole lot of room in here as it is, and there's not real short stubbed off part of the harness. So get that on there. You're going to have to wait to do your whiff sensor till you get your filter on, which is still kind of a difficult, but at least you got 50% of it done before your filter's in the way. Okay, filter is on. Now you got to get in here and get your water and fuel sensor plugged in, which you can do. Just hold your tongue just right. You'll get it. Thank you for watching. The more you know.